What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? So Brendan Sorsby officially declared for the NFL supplemental draft, and he becomes the most high-profile prospect since at least 2019. Now, there's been some studs that come out that have entered the NFL supplemental draft. Like I think it's Josh Gordon. He was a beast. There's some defensive players, but Josh Gordon and Chris Carter, former Vikings wide receiver, came out years ago. So it's definitely opportunity for him. But the thing is, are there going to be teams that take the plunge? Because he committed an egregious act, man. He bet on college football games, which is a big no-no, big no-no. And it was with teams that he actually played with, man. So we'll see how it goes, man. But uh, I think I put together a list of teams that I think that he could possibly play for this year. My first number one is going to be the New York Jets, New York Football Jets. They currently have Geno starting, and we all know what Geno is at this point. He's 35, 36 years old. We saw what he did in Las Vegas last year, which really wasn't anything to smile home about. But they got 10 draft picks in 2027, so they have a lot of disposable capital. And this guy Sorsby, man, he was projected to possibly the number one pick last year. So now I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it's a great landing spot for him. Another one, surprise one, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, Baker Mayfield is currently on an expiring contract, and he has zero guaranteed money next year. All right, so Brendan Sorsby is a succession plan, if you will. Right? I don't think they have any solid veterans or anything behind Baker. So Brendan Sorsby makes a ton of sense for them. Now, the Todd Bowles has gone on record. He said, "Yeah, Baker's my guy. I don't see myself going anywhere." But I think what's happening with them is that Baker, they might be priced out of Baker's. They might be priced out from Baker, right? And the thing is with Baker, like he's good, man, but can he win the big games? Can he win the big games? And we've seen what he is over the past few years. I love how he's had a resurgence. But Sorsby makes a ton of sense. He's younger and he's going to be a little bit cheaper. Not a little bit cheaper. He's going to be a lot cheaper. So, yeah, I like the fit with him in Tampa Bay. I like the fit with him in Tampa Bay. Now with I can't even remember who else they got on their team. But yeah, as of now, Tampa Bay is definitely the best fit for them. Miami Dolphins, despite signing Malik Willis, they lack certainty. Now the coaches have gone on record and said that he needs the most work. Needs a ton of work. That's damning for a quarterback that you just signed and paid. Now he looked good in Green Bay's system, right? And that was always one of those things where you're paying for the production, what he did on another team, which makes sense. That's how the NFL goes. But he was always considered a raw prospect, and I don't think as of now the Dolphins are 110% committed to him. So there's some uncertainty there in Miami for sure. Cleveland Browns, of course, you got Deshaun Watson, Shador, Dylan Gabriel. Those are needle-moving names, right? So the Browns are always constantly linked to high upside quarterbacks, and Sorsby fits that bill. Right? If he's allowed into the NFL, he could definitely be one of those guys that could make a run, man. So yeah, we'll see about that, man. The Colts, Indianapolis Colts. Daniel Jones coming off that ACL injury, so we'll see how he does this year, man. He's taken a ton of severe, very major lower body injuries. You know, he had the ACL. So I don't think, honestly, I don't think he's going to be the same Daniel Jones that we have come to know and love last year. You know, he was one of the best fantasy options, a surprise fantasy option. I drafted him in the final round just on a whim, and you know he ended up doing all right, man. So uh, yeah, I think the Colts are definitely an option for him. You also got the Cardinals. They just moved on from Kyler Murray. They currently have Jacoby Brissett penciled in as a starter. Now Brissett, he played good last year, but what happens is, man, when guys typically like hold out for money or they ask for more money, that typically doesn't bode well. And in Brissett's situation, he's a bit older. You know, he's clearly a stopgap, and they signed Gardner Minshew, I guess, to compete with him. And he's actually making more money than Jacoby Brissett as of now. So I could definitely see the Cardinals maybe throwing like a third or fourth round pick in there. Now, what happens for those of you that don't know with the supplemental draft? So teams, it's a blind draft, right? Teams will submit like, hey, like I'll drop a first round pick for this guy, or I'll drop a second round pick for this guy. And your pick, if you have the highest pick and you're up on the waiver order, then you know you get that guy. You have to forfeit that pick in the next draft, and you get that guy. Now, a first round pick, I don't think I do that unless I'm like one of the teams that's always winning, and it won't really amount to like any top guys. But third or fourth round pick, I think it's a willing gamble. It's a good gamble. Uh, Now, this team on my list stings my heart. You know, it's the Carolina Panthers. I love Bryce. He's very inconsistent at this point in his career. I still love the guy. Now, they got Kenny Pickett. Now, I think that was like a horrible uh, free agent signing, because I believe they paid him like $8 million to be the backup. Like, come on, man. Like, what has Kenny Pickett done in his career to warrant like $8 million? Now, granted, Bryce, we've seen these reports from Bryce about how he's developed this year. I still wouldn't have paid Kenny, man. I wouldn't have paid it, but that's an option. I don't think it's feasible, but I think it is an option that he signs with. You know, the Carolina Panthers submit a pretty nice pick for him. Next one, Detroit Lions. I can see him going there. They currently have Jared Goff, Teddy Bridgewater. Goff is getting older. Clearly can't win the big game. He had a good year last year, but I still don't think that he's one that's going to take a team to the promised land and win them a Super Bowl. So Sorsby be a good understudy. Let him sit behind him for a year or two. Learn the game, learn from a pro. And Goff is a pro. So I could see him definitely going there. Now, the Ravens are a surprise team. Lamar is not him. Like, he's kind of like the James Harden of the NFL. You know, he plays good in the regular season and stinks it up in the postseason. He can't get it done. They're an aging team. Got Derrick Henry. He's 34 this year, 33, something like that. He's past his prom for now. I know Derrick Henry exceeds expectations and all that, but like Father Time is undefeated, man, and Henry's at that age for a running back where he's going to hit that wall. So, man, what do you guys think about that list? Where do you guys think he's going to end up? First of all, like the NFL, they've got to let him in, because if they don't, that's the first step. If they don't allow him in, then he's got no chance of signing or playing with anybody. So, but man, like honestly, in his situation, like I would crucify him and make a make a huge deal out of it, man, because like you bet on your team, you bet on the game that you played. I don't think he deserves another chance to play. That's like a line that you do not cross. Just look at what's happening with some NBA players. John Tay got, you know, kicked out of the NBA, serving jail. So it's one of those situations where you do it one time, you do it again. Like gambling, it's an addiction. It's definitely an addiction. And for some people, like they can't handle it. Some people can't handle it. They don't know how to turn it on and off. And with Sorsby, I feel like bro was like spending like thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on. He was making those kinds of bets. So I don't think it's a good situation for the NFL. If I'm one of those teams, I'd be like, nah, you had your chance. Go play in the CFL or go play in the Rocks League. So because that's going to tarnish any franchise. Like no matter how good he plays, you're going to be under severe scrutiny, like big time scrutiny. So it's dancing with the devil, man. Like it is a talent driven league, the NFL, as you've seen with a lot of guys hitting people and freaking killing people and getting away with it. So talent offsets that kind of stuff. So I could definitely see him getting to the NFL, man. But it doesn't mean he's going to be successful. But I can feel like somebody taking a swing at him, and But first step though, he's got to get in there. He's got to get in there. But yeah, guys. Well, appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Let me know what y'all think about this whole crazy situation, and I will catch you guys real soon. Peace.